Fort Loudoun was established to protect the area from the French who were in the Mississippi Valley. It was established in 1856. A pretty cool place. Sat on an isthmus that stuck out into the Tennessee River. This is the Welcome Center right here, which had a lot of artifacts in it. Here you can see some pictures of garb of the day. These are different knife blades. There's some plates to muskets, just relics that they recovered of muskets. This is pottery that was found in the area. And here's an overview of the fort, what it looked like back in the day. You can still see the bone on this knife here that was dug up. It's really incredible. That folding knife is like 4 inches. Big knives that they had in those days. There's going to be a few pictures here of the knives, and they're 4 or 5 inch slip joint knives. That musket is huge. There you go. There's some pictures of the knives right there that were recovered. Right there, that's a folding knife, and the one above it is, or next to it. And here you can see some locks and some other things that were used in daily activities like pipes. These are things traditionally traded with the Indians, and the things you see are replicas, but that's definitely the things that were used. And this is inside the fort, which was rebuilt. The state's owned this land since 1917. They recovered the land to make a state park. It's pretty roomy in there. It's quite large. Easily accommodate hundreds of people. But they weren't fighting with the Indians. The Cherokee welcomed them and traded with them, at least for a while that they did. And off to the right there, those are barracks, and various other buildings held things like a forge, a hearth to cook food. It's pretty cool, and they had a combination of reenactors, volunteers, and employees that walked around in the garb of the day. So it was all really cool to see. And we're going to walk up here and talk to one of these cats right now and find out a little bit more information about it. Hey, can I talk to you for a minute?
Sure.
Okay. So, I'm wondering how often we get attacked by Indians here in the fort?
Not that often, really. The fort was initially actually here to kind of be an alliance with
The Cherokee.
Indians, with the Cherokee. So that way, when the Cherokee men were off fighting, then the women and children could actually come here for protection. It also helped to facilitate trade in the region and be a check against the French further south, like Alabama and southern Illinois as well. So in the early years of the fort, that didn't really happen. The fort was around for maybe about 4 years or so, 56 into 1760. But by about 1760, that's when relations with the Cherokee started to go downhill. And that's when the Cherokee actually sieged the fort. So then they starved them out, and that's when they eventually surrendered to the Cherokee.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. So I know you built the fort here as a check against the French.
Yeah.
And was it normal to have French ships coming down the Tennessee River, or did they just make incursions?
More like smaller French bateaus usually in the river. This is also much deeper than it used to be because 1970s TVA flooded most of that area in there. But it didn't happen often, but they're concerned that it could happen.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not sure how often it did happen though. But then you also had the French, kind of making alliances with different native nations as well, so that could have some effect there too.
Well, I know when Daniel Boone was making his incursions to start settling the Tennessees, that the Indians that he was dealing with, I don't know whether there's Cherokees or not, but they were aligned with the French.
More likely, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't remember what time period Daniel Boone is actually, but I think he's after the 1750s.
Yeah.
So alliances, all that will change. It's very amorphous at that time period.
Okay. Well, thanks for your time. I know you're busy.
No, you're good. You're welcome.
Yep.
the wood and all this isn't original, but this is the exact dimensions as per the fort was, and the exact locations. Just we're above it, multiple feet.
I see.
Just because the water level.
Because of the water.
Half the fort would have been underwater
Yeah.
had they not done something to preserve the site.
Okay.
Is that because of the deviation
you very
from the river?
That
they did?
You know, the original river layout, you have the curve of the river going along here and then the side and it continues on this way. And directly behind me would have been Tuskegee. But now Tuskegee is underwater. What I'm portraying is a gentleman named Samuel Ben. He was the Cherokee trader, you know, Englishman.
Right.
But traded with the Cherokee in the village of Tennessee, which is the namesake of our state. So Sam, he got his license in Charleston, South Carolina from the English government to trade with the Cherokee in Tennessee. He wasn't allowed to trade in Chota or Tuskegee or any of those other villages. He lived in Tennessee and traded with those Cherokee. I'm here today because you find people decide to come out and see things, and I wanted to come by and show you what I've been doing, what I've been trading with Cherokee. So I have some deer skins back here. This is what I was.
Can you trade with us?
Of course.
So you could see on the table back there those knives, and there were some skinning knives and also some trade knives for Indians, some slip joints. And then we went outside, and around the fort, you would find people that had come and set up tents to trade with the fort also.